We have too much complexity in our world. In one day of our lives today, you will consume as much information, have as much stimulus, as much stuff thrown at you, as you would have done in an entire lifetime in the 15th century. And obviously, our society has grown faster than our brains have grown. But we can't turn back the time, we can't turn back the technology, we can't turn back the development, neither would we want to. What we can do is get better at managing that complexity, at finding simplicity in it. Each of us have an area where we can make the biggest difference. And that's where our strength, what we're great at, combines with what we love to do, what comes naturally, what feels right for us, combines with the drivers of our success. Where we can identify that intersection and play ourselves into that space, not only do we love it, we are great at it. That's where we can make the biggest difference. Why do we care? Well, the research shows that actually out of all of the people Gallup talked to, only 1 in 5 people said 4 or 5. Only 20% of people working in line with what they were great at every day. I don't think that's a lot. But those who did score 4 or 5, were 6 times more engaged in their jobs. So being able to work every day in line with our strengths is a massive driver of our performance, our engagement. But why are we so bad at it? Why only 1 in 5? Well, imagine the child that comes home from school. And they come home with their report card and they have an A and a B and a D. Which result might get the most attention? The D, right? You go for an appraisal at work, you do your strengths and your weaknesses. What do you get sent on a training course for? Your strengths or your weaknesses? Weaknesses, right? We're obsessed with making people average. We're obsessed with creating rounded people. But that's not our greatest opportunity. Our greatest opportunity is not to be rounded, not to be average. Our greatest opportunity is to know what we're amazing at and excel for that. The second tool under focus, I think of as Big 3. Big 3 is our ability to create simple clarity of focus out of complexity, out of complicated situations. Steve Jobs talks about it like this. He says people think focus means saying yes to the thing you've got to focus on, but that's not what it means. It means saying no to the 100 other good ideas that are there you have to pick carefully. It enables us to start doing more of stuff that's in line with what we want and stop doing things that aren't. It's really easy to go, yeah, I've got all this stuff to do. It's really hard to go, okay, let's think about this. If I could only achieve 3 big things this month, what would they be? So the Big 3 tool for me makes us think, at the level of self for us, what are the 3 most powerful things you need to focus on and achieve now in your work? If you can continually answer that question and stay focused on it, be a massive driver of your happiness and success. With others, for leaders in the room, are we continually having that conversation with our people and helping them stay focused on the small number of big wins? And at the level of team, for each small unit within this larger department, are we clear? Each month, each quarter, these are the things we want to achieve in that small time frame. When we do, it reduces stress. Okay, we can't do everything. We're going to do these things. If we can remember what we're focused on, it drives our behaviors, it drives our creativity. And if we do take action in line with a small number of things that are most valuable, we achieve more, we go further. When we get it right, it releases our potential. We live big.